All right, gearing up here to start today's Linglestown Gazette morning update. And I'm going to refresh my browser here to keep tabs. I want to keep tabs on what's going on. Those of you who are trying to interact, there's like conversations that start when this broadcast starts up among the handful of people who watch this live, which is great. And sometimes I can join in, depending on how watchful I am of things happening. I do want to welcome, to start out, Ann Long and Crystal Bob. Welcome. You're first in the door. I leave it unlocked every morning so that you can get in there, just in case you want to get an early seat. This is, whether you like it or not, this is Bill Bostic, your wannabe Walter Cronkite, and the Monday, February 4th, 2019 edition of Linglestown Gazette Morning Update, brought to you by Consolidated Insurance Services. That's look for the Erie Insurance sign, folks, behind the Carnes Food Plaza along Jonestown Road. Specifically, put it in your GPS right now, 6109 Jonestown Road. That's where the office is at. Home, auto, business, and life. I've been doing it long enough that just rolls out of my mouth. Here are your three top stories for today that we'll be going over, plus much, much more. Plus much, much more. Not just three, but we'll get started with three. Your property tax bills are out, folks. I'm going to talk about that momentarily. For me, I have an escrow account, so it's going to be taken care of sort of like behind the scenes, and that's part of the problem. It's behind the scenes. We're not really conscious of it. It sort of slips by. The second story, Linglestown Gazette. This very thing you're watching is much, much more than a 15-minute show in the morning. Okay? It's much more than that. We're going to be talking about that. And Crystal Bob, my co-host, who I had the pleasure of spending time with last night with her husband Jason at Linglestown American Legion, post 272. We took in their Super Bowl party. She signed up to do something else that I was not able to do, so you'll hear about that. Thank you very much, Crystal. And also, big news coming out of the Central Dauphin Wrestling Camp. They're off to bigger and better things starting tonight. First of all, as part of our Kane Mortgage Watchdog Report, we're going to dig into, for just a few seconds, our property taxes. Property taxes. I got a note here. By the way, Kane Mortgage, the thing I was thinking about this morning is, if you have a need for money, I had a need for money here recently because I wanted to launch a backyard project, and it was going to take some dollars I didn't have sitting around just immediately available. I went to Kane, outlined what was going on. He came up with a solution for me. Now, in this particular case, it didn't result in him getting any business. I didn't put any money in his pocket. But he was nice enough to give me some advice, saying, this is the way I think you should go, pointing me down that pathway. Now, there's going to be many situations where he will have a solution, but that's the key I'm trying to say. Kane Mortgage, if they can't help you out with their line of products and what they're doing, they'll point you down the path you need to go. So if you need money, go see Kane Mortgage. They're located along Linglestown Road, west of the historic village of Linglestown. I got the property taxes that came out. This is from Diane K. Bear. She's our tax collector here in Lower Paxton Township. Can you believe it, ladies and gentlemen? We still have tax collectors. In this day of a digital revolution, we still can walk into someone's little office and they're going to take our taxes. It's unbelievable. We haven't made that transition to more of a centralized taxation collection system, but be it as it may, that's what's happening. And I think I have sort of an average home here, maybe a below average home in terms of value, because Lower Paxton Township has quite a, there's a lot of high rent type places around here, but I'm saying mine is a little bit lower than average. This property tax bill right here is for your county real estate taxes and municipal real estate taxes. And, for my case, it amounts to if it's paid ahead of time, about $950. And then later in the year, we'll get another one. And the point is, this is why you need to have someone watching the government. This is why you need the community watchdog system, the CWS. Someone needs to be on the watch because this is significant money. And then the one from the school board, the school taxes is significantly higher than this. I will say that our local taxes, in my case, I have a municipal, forget about county for the moment, just for Lower Paxton Township, a municipal library tax, $4.31. A real estate tax of $163.17, a little over $10 a month, and a fire protection tax of $37.28. We're talking about $200 for the whole year. That is so tiny, and look at all the services we get from our township. So, anyways, the township's not the problem. The county in my case amounts to like $750. And the school district taxes I'll pay are well over $1,000. So, these are significant dollars. Local matters, folks. Local matters. It's not all about Washington and Harrisburg State Government. It's right here, and that's what we do here at Linglestown Gazette. Now, that just takes us right into the next topic. And that Linglestown Gazette is more than a 15-minute show that I'm doing here, that sometimes Crystal helps me out with, Crystal Bob. I had a meeting with our board of directors. There's a nonprofit, no profit, that runs Linglestown Gazette at this point in time. That's not always been the case, but that's the case right now. It's called Com News Inc. All right. So when someone donates money toward this operation, it goes to Com News Inc. And one of the things I heard from our board members is that probably half of them, if not more, when they were talking about Linglestown Gazette, were saying that it's a great way to spend 15 minutes or, that kind of thing. And that's fine. I mean, I appreciate that input. But what it told me was that many people, maybe some of you, think that the only thing that this is me showing up in the morning. It's more than that. Listen to what's going on. We have a website that right now is getting updated regularly with sports information, high school sports information. That's LinglestownGazette.com. Really easy to remember. We have 2 Facebook pages. This one you're on now, and also Linglestown Gazette Sports. All right, so that's 2 Facebook pages. We have 2 Twitter feeds. Linglestown is at Linglestown. That's the main one. And then our sports one is it's good. So let me start over again. At sports_Gazette. I believe that's what it is. So we have sports going up on Twitter as well. And here's where Crystal Bob, God love her, is going to help out with Linglestown Gazette here and there as she has time. She's a very busy woman. She's involved in real estate at Iron Valley Real Estate of Central Pennsylvania. But she's going to make an attempt to update our Instagram account. That's at Linglestown Gazette. And then we do special events. We have one coming up on February 11th. We're having a high school hoops expo at Ted's Bar and Grill, inviting like 30 some odd teams to come in there. The student athletes can celebrate their basketball season between the regular season and the state championship season, district championship thing. We give out money to different worthy causes. There's a lot going on here. I've done a very, very poor job of explaining what's going on there. And that whole thing was part of your community news report brought to you by St. Thomas Roasters Coffee House. This morning I got a note from them. They ring me up and they say, here's what we got on the menu today. The dark roast is Colombian Supremo, which is one, I like that one. The medium is Ethiopian Yurgachefi. I screw that name up. Yurgachefi. I think that's what it is. Ethiopian Yurgachefi. The mild is Guatemala Antigua. The flavored is vanilla. The decaf is Guatemala. Oh my gosh, I'm terrible. Good morning, Tim McCarthy. Denise Holiday. Becky Ryder-Craft, good morning to you, one of our board members. Thank you for your support. Mike Mazzacaro. Dave Caesar. All the gang is showing up here. Last but not least, our top story with the Tonino's Pizza Sports Report. Tonino's Pizza and Grill, I think it is. It's on Progress Avenue, across from Susquehanna Township High School. Also one at Colonial Commons on Route 22. I think at that point it's probably called Allentown Boulevard, maybe Jonestown Road. There's so many names for Route 22. At 9:19 in the morning, it can be confusing. Which one do I use? I don't know. Do you know? I don't. The Central Dauphin Rams wrestling team last week and over the weekend finished 4th in the District 3 Class 3A Team Championship. Now, I think this team got off to a little bit of a slow start, but they're coming on like gangbusters. Over the weekend, they almost took down the top-seeded team. I think they were 3 points short. And then in the consolation match against Cumberland Valley, they lost by a point, and they came into the last bout ahead by 4. And darn it, the Cumberland Valley wrestler had what's called a technical fall, beat our kid 20-5, scored 5 points to put the Cumberland Valley Eagles over the top. In my mind, the Cumberland Valley Eagles, our arch rival, is in the same category as the New England Patriots and those cheating Patriots and, whatever. How did they win last night? Sorry, I'm a little wound up here. Anyways, our team finished 4th. That tonight they head to the Lehigh Valley. They're going to be taking on a team, Northampton, I believe it is. And if they win tonight, that match is at 7:30. They'll compete. Mark it down this Thursday at the Giant Center. They'll be taking on District 4 top seed Sealands Grove at 8 p.m. at the Giant Center. And come hell or high water, if I'm still breathing, I'm going to try and get down there. I have I have a 2-month-old granddaughter here, and sometimes things get mixed up. But if I'm able to get down there, darn it, I'm going to be there reporting on that match and getting some interviews. Hey, we're brought to you in part by 2 other companies I want to mention. The Fat Man Clothing Company. I'm wearing the hat. Now, there's a story behind this hat. This hat I've had for a number of months, but I think it was during the football season. I was heading out to the field. I forgot I had some stuff on the top of my car. It hung in there for about 150 yards. Once I got on Route 39, everything flew off. I'm heading down towards the high school on Route 39, and it dawned on me that this is what happened. I turned around at Ergo's, formerly the Blue Moose Cafe. I turned around there, went back. All my stuff is spread across the road near Margaret Avenue. But this hat survived. It was run over in part and survived. That tells you the value of FatManClothingCompany.com. It survived being run over by a car. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. That's owned and operated by Anthony Cristillo. True story, not made up. True story. All right. Better get a drink after that. I mean, that's really mind-bending and very emotional whenever my Fat Man Clothing Company hat. I mean, I broke my mug a few months ago, and I haven't replaced that. All right, we're also brought to you in part by CBC Cabinetry and Flooring. This is where quality and affordability come together for all, not some, all your home improvement needs. CBC Cabinetry and Flooring. I'm not sure where I'm at time-wise. I don't have a counter anymore. There's only 5 of you watching. I'm probably boring the heck out of you. I think, let's see if there's anything big news here. Tomorrow we'll be talking about the Lower Paxton Township Supervisors Meeting. That's coming up tomorrow night. Nothing absolutely huge, but I want to keep you on top because why? Local matters. You have to know what's going on. Also, I got some news for you tomorrow about Sheetz. Sheetz has been targeted as one of the potential sponsors, a big sponsor for Com News Inc. and Linglestown Gazette. And we'll finish up with this. We'll finish up with our high school sports report. First of all, in high school hoops. What happened to my voice? Hoops. On Friday, the Central Dauphin Lady Rams defeated the Harrisburg Lady Cougars 54-44. They put a number on them. Right now, The Central Dauphin Rams come into the week with a record of 14-6, and they are in 4th place in what's called the District 3 Power Rankings. This has to do with postseason. It looks like the Rams are on track to have a home game in the first round of the District 3 Basketball Championships. Also, the Harrisburg Cougars on Friday night at their home court defeated the Central Dauphin Rams 57-50. Right now, the Central Dauphin Rams, which are having a great turnaround season, are at 13 wins, 6 losses. They are in 6th spot in the District 3 Power Rankings during the week, and I believe that would get them into the District 3 tournament. Probably would have to go on the road. On Saturday, cross-district team, Central Dauphin East Panthers, the boys down Steel High in a very spirited basketball game, 81-77. That was in a non-division game. Linglestown Gazette Sports covered that game. We had live streaming on that one, and we'll be doing that from time to time the balance of the season as we get sponsors. And in sports tonight, the Central Dauphin East Panthers will be playing Cumberland Valley Eagles. That team I said that it was like the Patriots. The boys will be traveling to the West Shore to play the Eagles over there in Cumberland County. Cumberland Valley girls will be coming over here to play the Panthers. Those games, 6 o'clock JV, 7:30 varsity. And, of course, again, tonight we have wrestling down in Central Dauphin Rams in the Lehigh Valley. That does it, folks. That's it. I'm done. I'm done telling stories. I'm done complaining about the Patriots. I'm done complaining about taxes. This is Bill Bostic, your wannabe Walter Cronkite, sponsored as always by Consolidated Insurance Services. Have a great Monday. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Tuesday. Have a good one.